Happy morning, my dear student friends. I am Dr. A. Lakshmana, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. Today we are going to discuss about second BSc Mathematics Semester 4. Topic is real analysis, subtopic is differentiation. The lecture 4. Today we have discussed about the mean value theorems. First of all, we discussed Rolle's theorem and proof. And then Lagrange's mean value theorem and Cauchy's mean value theorem. First of all, let us discuss about Rolle's theorem and proof. Statement, first of all, we discuss a statement only. Statement of statement, first of all, we discuss the statement. Rolle's theorem. If f from closed interval a b to r is a function such that first condition f is continuous on closed interval a b, f is, second condition, f is derivable on open interval a b, third condition, f of a is equal to f of b, then there exists c in open interval a b such that f dash c is equal to 0. This is the statement only. What is the statement? If f from closed interval a b to r be a function such that f is continuous on closed interval a b, f is derivable on open interval a b, and f of a is equal to f of b, then immediately there exists c in open interval a b such that f dash c is equal to 0. So now we can discuss about proof. Here by using condition 1, since f is continuous, on closed interval a b, by applying continuous property, every continuous function on closed interval a b is bounded and attains its infimum and supremum. So then f is bounded on AB and attains its infimum. Means infimum means GLB, greatest lower bound, and supremum means LUB, least upper bound of f on closed interval a b. That implies immediately there exists infimum supremum means, so there exists alpha comma beta which belongs to closed interval a b such that small n is equal to f of alpha is equal to infimum of f, and f of beta is equal to capital M is equal to supremum of f on closed interval AB. So now the proof of the theorem we have proved by using there exists alpha beta belongs to closed interval AB such that small m is equal to f of alpha is equal to infimum of f, and f of beta is equal to capital M is equal to supremum of f. So there are case 1, we have discussed 2 cases only. Case 1, when small m is equal to capital M, infimum and supremum equal, then immediately the function is nothing but a constant function only. Then f of x is constant, is a constant function only. So we know that every constant function is derivable. Then immediately f dash x is equal to 0 for all x belongs to open interval a b. So this first case is true. Hence theorem is true for small m is equal to capital M. That means infimum is equal to supremum. The case 1 is true. And case 2, when small m not is equal to capital M, infimum and supremum not equal, and by using condition 3, f of a is equal to f of b. F of a is equal to f of b. Then immediately so when small m not is equal to capital M, that means infimum not is equal to supremum, and f of a is equal to f of b is a condition 3. Then we have either f of a, capital M not is equal to f of a implies capital M not is equal to f of b only, or small m not is equal to f of a, and hence small m not is equal to f of b only. So either first case is true or second case true. Suppose we have to take first case. So suppose capital M not is equal to f of a, and hence capital M not is equal to f of b. So this case is true. Right? So capital M not is equal to f of a, and hence capital M not is equal to f of b. But capital M is equal to f of beta, and capital M is equal to and hence capital M is equal to f of b. That means this is capital M which is not is equal to f of a, capital M is equal to f of beta which is not is equal to f of b only. That implies, so we can simplify this one. Beta is not is equal to f, beta not is equal to a, and beta is not is equal to b only. That implies a less than beta is less than b only. So it simply is known as beta belongs to open interval a b. And condition 2, since f is derivable on open interval a b, then immediately, because of beta belongs to open interval a b means f is derivable at beta is belongs to open interval a b. So what is our claim? Immediately what we have proved? We can prove that f dash beta is equal to 0. This is we are proving f dash beta is equal to 0. So our claim is f dash beta equal to 0. Suppose if possible, we can't prove directly, we are proving our claim is f dash beta equals to 0. So we can't prove directly. Suppose if possible, we are proving in direct way. Suppose if possible f dash beta is less than 0. By using a monotonically decreasing sequence, decreasing function, then there exists delta 1 is greater than 0 such that beta belongs to beta minus delta 1 comma beta is open interval is subset of closed interval AB. This condition exists. That implies, so which is a contradiction. So suppose it was f dash beta greater than 0, then there exists delta 1 is greater than 0 such that f of x is greater than f of beta. That implies beta belongs to, or x belongs to beta minus delta 1 comma beta is open interval is subset of closed interval AB. So this means which is a contradiction only, which is a contradiction since M is a supremum. That means, suppose if possible f dash beta is greater than 0, less than 0, then immediately there exists delta 1 greater than, by using a decreasing function or increasing function, there exists delta 1 greater than 0 such that f of x greater than f of beta. That means x is an element of open interval beta minus delta 1 comma beta is always subset of closed interval AB. That is f of x is a lower bound. That means this does not exist only. So because of M is a supremum. That means hence f dash beta is not less than 0. Similarly we can prove that f dash beta is greater than 0. Hence finally f dash beta is equal to 0. This is end of Rolle's theorem. Hence Rolle's theorem is proved. It's very important for academic exams. Proved, right? So thank you very much for good listening. Thank you one and all.